boy, do I have a story for you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a little day in the life of a pregnant person. Day in the life, third trimester edition. I am on my way to pick up my mom and I'm going to a breastfeeding class. The reason my mom is coming and not Nick is because Nick had some things to do around the house and I just don't really care if he comes to the breastfeeding class. He is coming with me to my next class, our next class, which is like the regular prepared childbirth sort of class. I'm going to pick her up. We're gonna grab a Starbucks and then go to my class. And then I have a couple places I need to stop after that. That I might bring you guys along with me. I will also put all of the makeup that I used in the beginning of this video down below in the description bar if you want to see what the products actually were. I figured you guys might like to see my little quick everyday sort of makeup look. That all took me probably 15 minutes to do. Obviously it was sped up, so it was way shorter than 15 minutes on this video, but in real life that takes me about 15 minutes and that's what I've been doing on an everyday basis. So if you want to see what products I used and things like that, that will be down in the description bar. But let's get going. I need to get on the road. My class starts in like an hour. It's a half hour away. And I still have to pick up my mom and go through the Starbucks drive-thru. So we got a lot to do. Oh my gosh, the baby is moving around a ton, like super, super low. Oh, this person's letting me go. Thank you. It feels so weird. It's like super low. I don't know what it is. Their hands, head, because the baby still is definitely head down. Whoa, sorry if this is shaky. I swear it's mounted correctly, but it just still shakes. But yeah, there's just some weird like rolling feelings way deep down there. Oh, and then I just got kicked in the rib cage. Yep. Thank you, baby. It's probably hungry because all I've done is drink a ton of water this morning. I ran out of my blueberries, which I always eat basically a half a carton of blueberries every single morning. And I ran out of them, so I'm gonna get something at Starbucks, but the baby is used to having food by now, so it's probably pissed off. I'm also trying to drink a ton of water because the last week or so, my ankles, you guys should see them, I'll show them to you later. My ankles are so swollen. It's so bad. By the end of the day, it's so bad. In the morning, they look fine, but it doesn't take long for them to swell up. Also in the morning, my fingers have been really stiff. They're already back to normal, but my fingers have been super stiff. I asked my OB about it and it's totally normal. It just has to do with the swelling. You can develop carpal tunnel though when you're pregnant. I had no idea about that. I think it would go away after pregnancy, but it kind of, I guess, feels like what carpal tunnel feels like. They just feel super stiff, but it goes away within like 10 minutes. To grandma's house we go. Just kidding, she's not gonna be grandma. Her name's gonna be Lulu. We're here. She's so cute. Do you want to say hi to the vlog?
Hi, people.
I figured I'd just spring it on you.
Thank you.
I knew you wouldn't care.
You normally do that. What's in the big bag?
Clothes that I have to donate. Oh, you're paying for our coffees? What do you get?
Tell me what we get for you.
Hi,
Venti decaf.
can I have a venti decaf,
No foam latte.
no foam latte?
7 natural sugars in it.
Yeah.
And could you put 7 of the sugar in the raw natural sugars in there too?
So you have like 7 raw sugars?
Yes, 7 packets, yeah.
Yep.
And that's it, right? And then could I please have a grande iced mocha decaf with almond milk?
Yeah, do you still want the whipped cream?
No, thank you.
Alright, anything else?
Oh, and a butter croissant. I didn't eat. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. See you for $12.87.
Okay, that was one of the drinks that a bunch of people on Instagram said I should get, and it sounded really good.
I can
Oh,
hear
look
it
at the
barking.
dog.
I hear it barking.
I wonder if it's getting one of the puppy treats.
Oh, it probably is.
And it knows. Thanks, Mom.
Yep, it must know.
The little whipped cream things
Yep,
they give them.
Yep, a puppuccino.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm sweating. Thank you.
It's an iced latte. I love it.
Do you see the crumbs on my sweater? Wipe them off. I'm late.
You know what? They're probably not going to start it right away anyway. They know you preggers move slow.
We're here. There's a baby.
Go, swing your arm around. Drop their heads on your forearm.
I just dropped my mom off. The breastfeeding class was so good. It was 3 hours though, so I'm kind of tired. I took a ton of notes and I'm gonna share a couple things that I learned with you guys, but first I need to get to the grocery store because I'm dying for blueberries. I'm gonna go to the grocery store, get some blueberries, and then I'll come back and talk with you guys just a little bit about the class and everything like that, and some things I learned that I was totally surprised by. I also need to drop off some clothes, actually a lot of clothes, to donate. I have a huge garbage bag full of clothes, so I'm actually gonna do that first and then go to the grocery store. I hate going to the grocery store on Saturdays. It's so busy and it's raining, and I really hope that one of the pregnancy parking spots is available. Let's just cross our fingers because I don't feel like walking in the rain. And of course I'm wearing flip-flops because my feet barely fit in shoes. They actually haven't been that swollen today. They don't really look that swollen. Oh, it's gone. Oh, there's a regular spot that's open. Way up front. Yes. I got it. I don't think they look swollen. Yes, please. While I'm here, I'm gonna get my favorite makeup removing wipes. This seems smaller than normal. These glosses, you guys, are so good. I think this is the one I have that I talk about all the time, the angelic one. They're so good. I also have really wanted to try this new concealer. I think I might get some from L'Oreal. Should I get eggshell or fawn? Oops. I think I broke this. I'm gonna get this one. It's the eggshell 325. I will let you guys know if I like this. Boy, do I have a story for you. First, blueberries though. We need to crack open the blueberry container. And yes, that is a 12 pack of beer in my back seat. Obviously not for me. that is for Nick. But oh my gosh, okay. I was trying so hard. It's so crazy busy in that grocery store right now. It's a nightmare. And I was trying so hard to be positive and nice and just smile and like be a pleasant person in public. And people are so rude. They're so rude. People were literally bumping into me with their carts, cutting me off. I'm like waddling through with my bag and my cart thing, and I was just getting in a really angry mood, to be honest. But then it all turned around, because once I got in line, I put all my stuff up on the belt thing. Well, I thought everything, and I went to put my basket down, but it still had my L'Oreal concealer in it. I totally missed it. And the guy behind me was so nice. I know this probably sounds so stupid. It's like the smallest thing, but it literally just made me so much happier that someone was actually being nice. And he was like, "Excuse me, you still have something in your basket. I don't want you to forget it." So I was like, "Thank you so much. I would have been really sad if I forgot that." So I put that up on there, and then I had to show ID for the beer as well. And the guy who checked me out wished me a happy birthday, because my birthday was like April 16th, and it's, I don't know, May. I mean, it's been like a couple weeks, but he wished me a belated birthday. So it turned everything around. It probably seems so stupid. There's the littlest things, though. Just think about that. The littlest, nicest things that you do for someone can totally change their mood. Like, I was about to walk out of there really just irritated and annoyed, and now I'm not. Just for the simple, nice things that those two people did. So I did get that new L'Oreal concealer. I will let you know if I like it. I've been trying so many new concealers lately. I feel bad for my Tarte Shape Tape, but I've been loving the First Aid Beauty concealer, and I've even still been dipping back into that e.l.f. concealer that I love. I'm wearing that today. I want to tell you some of the things I learned in my breastfeeding class. So number one is, speaking of beer again, I've heard it from everyone that beer is supposed to like help your milk production. That's not even true. It's not. According to this woman who's been doing lactation consulting for like decades. I mean, you can totally have a beer. You can have a beer. You can have a glass of wine. It's not bad necessarily, but it's not like gonna help your milk production. That's a myth. So I didn't know that. Also, I'm gonna do more research on this, but apparently the plastic milk storage bags that you can freeze your milk in apparently aren't all that good to be storing milk in plastic. Like, some studies are recommending that you freeze your milk in glass containers, which seems like a lot of work. I don't even know what type of glass container I would get to freeze my milk in. But I'm going to do more research on that. Also, I'm super happy with the breast pump that I ended up getting. That was on my registry. I did a lot of research to pick a breast pump, and it was the one that she recommended. So I was like, yes, I got that right. In case you're wondering, it's the Spectra breast pump. It's the one that's like white, and you can get it in either pink or blue on the front. I also had no idea how tiny a baby's stomach is and how little milk they actually like drink at a time. In the first day or two after birth, they're literally only eating like, I don't know, I'm probably gonna say this wrong, but like a half an ounce of milk or something like that. So I don't know, I just always pictured that your boobs are just gonna be flowing, filled with like ounces and ounces and like cups of milk, and you're just gonna plump your baby up. But they need really small amounts multiple times a day. So it sounds like every 2 to 3 hours you're going to be feeding the baby. And something she said is, this is for more so like the first month or so while you're I guess regulating the baby or getting the baby like up to the right weight and things like that. You should be, if the baby is not actually waking up in the night to feed, you should be waking up your baby to feed your baby every 2 to 3 hours. I had no idea. I figured you'd feed them as much as you could during the day, but then if they're sleeping at night, you just let them sleep. Like, you wouldn't want to wake them up, but apparently you're supposed to wake them up but it sounds like they're pretty nocturnal at first anyways. Also, I wasn't really sure on the whole theory of like letting your baby cry, like letting them cry it out, if you should do that or not. And it sounds like for the first, at least the first 6 months, you really shouldn't. Like if they're crying, it's because they feel like they need you, and it's like that instinct of protection, and they need to be able to build up trust that you're going to be there for them and protect them, or they're hungry or need to be changed. So I wasn't like totally sure what I'd do if I would maybe try and let them cry it out. But now I think I'm definitely, for the first 6 months, like if the baby's gonna cry at night, I'm gonna go get the baby, which makes total sense. Like that seems logical. But on the other hand, I've also heard a lot of people say you need to be able to teach the baby to like calm themselves down and get themselves just calmed down by themselves. But what happens is in those first 6 months, if the baby stops crying, it's because they've actually like shut down in a bad way. Like they've become just shut down and like in a bad state where they're super stressed. So that was really helpful to me, because now I know what I'm going to do if the baby cries at night. I also think I've made a decision on the fact that I'm going to have the baby in our room for the first, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 months. Just because of that. I wasn't sure if we were just going to start the baby out right in the crib. I think having the baby near me all night will be a good thing. I knew that I'd be getting up a lot at night. Like that wasn't a mystery to me, but I didn't really think about it being every 2 to 3 hours. I guess I just didn't realize it'd be that much. So I think having the baby in the room will make the most sense. If the baby is in like a full, like deep sleep where they're not moving their hands at all, they're not moving their eyes underneath their lids, you're not supposed to wake the baby up to breastfeed because they're in a deep sleep. But if the baby is like sort of squirming, or you can see their eyes moving underneath their lids, it's okay to wake them up, and you should wake them up if they haven't been fed in like 2 to 3 hours. It's a really good time to try to nurse them because they're calm and relaxed. I also didn't realize that you need to like if the baby is crying and you think that they're crying because they're hungry, you shouldn't just go right to the boob with the crying baby. I would have thought like, it's crying, let's try and make them eat, it'll like fix it. But you're supposed to calm them down first by either doing like skin to skin or rocking, and then once they're calmed down, then you can try to breastfeed. But you should be breastfeeding when they're in a calm state. I learned a lot though. It was really, really good and really helpful. I took so many notes. Obviously, once I have the baby, we'll see how everything works. Hopefully everything works well, and I can do like a follow-up sort of video on the tips and tricks I have if it all works out well. I'm going to end the vlog here though, because I'm just about to go home for the day, lift my feet up, relax, not do much more. I also want to continue to just munch on my blueberries. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'd also love it if you would subscribe to my channel. I have a feeling I'm going to be doing a lot more pregnancy and baby related videos as we get closer. There's just a lot of things that I want to share with you guys that I feel like will be really helpful. So if you like that kind of content and you're new here, I would love it if you would subscribe and continue to hang out with me and watch my videos. I love you all so much, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye. Can you hear that crying baby? Oh.